Alright, now for the second segment of my dish, my cooking is what we're gonna have is we're gonna do some crispy salmon steak. Yeah, we're gonna cook some crispy salmon steak with squashed potatoes and crab meat with my special vinaigrette. Now what we're gonna do is while this rasam is boiling over here, you only have to let it simmer for 15 minutes and that's it. Once it starts boiling, and that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we'll leave that aside
Yeah.
and we'll start cooking my dish right here.
Okay.
Alright. As you know, I've always been wanting to try new stuff with, some experiments and all that with my cooking dishes. And, the best oil for me to use to cook my fish and to cook my squashed potatoes is actually olive oil.
Okay.
But since we ran out of olive oil and since you came, you actually brought some ghee with us.
Yeah.
Liquefied butter, Indian liquefied butter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try using ghee for the steak, salmon steak, and for the potatoes, and we'll see how that. Alright, so we're gonna heat up the stock pot like that, and put it in high heat, and then we're just gonna drop a tablespoon of ghee right there, just a little bit, yeah. Make sure it goes everywhere inside. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is these potatoes have already been boiled, yeah, so they're not that hard and they're not that soft. So what we're gonna do now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heat low and we're just going to drop this in, okay? We're not going to cook it. We're not going to cook it, yeah? So we're just going to drop this in just a little bit, really fast, yeah? Just like that. Don't you like the smell of ghee?
Yeah, it's good. Indians love ghee.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're just gonna let it sit for, I would say, for 15 minutes, yeah? We're not gonna cook it, we're not gonna brown it at all. Just let it sit for 15 seconds.
I see.
Alright, so that 15 seconds is up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, we're gonna bring it to the side over here. And now my mom is gonna help me out, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna use a piece of fork right here.
Okay.
And you're gonna squash it, okay? Just squash it, just break it, yeah? Just like that. What you wanna do is you wanna have the ghee to go into the potatoes. Okay. You want the potatoes to absorb, so you don't want to smash it.
Okay.
Okay. You're just going to squash it a little bit. You come inside. All right. So while my mom is doing that, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this salmon into steak pieces. Yeah. Okay. What we have is salmon from Atlantic right here. Big fine salmon meat right here. Okay. And, I guess we'll cut it into an inch.
This looks really good.
Yeah, well that's the potatoes. That's the potatoes with the ghee in there.
Okay.
Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a special vinaigrette using ghee. I don't think anyone has ever done it before. Well, I'm probably gonna be the first one, and it's probably gonna be the last one. But if it's good, it's probably gonna go all the way out there. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some lemon juice in here. All right. Oops. All right. We're gonna. There's 3 tablespoons of ghee in there, okay? And we're gonna just put in one, 2. All right, that's 2 tablespoons of. We're gonna put in some salt.
Oh, this smells good.
A little bit of salt, pinch of salt, and some pepper. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add a few drops of water in it. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna mix it. I'll give you the honor to
let me mix it.
Yes.
Can I try some?
Not yet. Alright. Now while she's doing that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop in some spring onions. I have some chopped spring onions, okay? We'll just drop in some spring onions into this.
Okay.
Alright. Leave some over here. And I also have some crab meat, some white crab meat, yeah? You drop in the crab meat, yeah? I'm a big fan of a crab.
Really?
Yeah? So well, you should know that you'll be cooking for me all the time.
I know you like crab.
Alright, so that's also one of my fun pastime over here to do in Hawaii. I go crab hunting at night. Yeah. We drop that in. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the vinaigrette in. And we're gonna just drop the vinaigrette in just like that. every
Let's
single bit.
do with that wine.
Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna mix them up.
Okay.
So you go ahead and mix it up. Go ahead and mix it up, please. And while she's doing that, we'll move on to the salmon steak. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the ghee. Yeah, we heat up the ghee in the pan, and we're just gonna start cooking the fish. Yeah, just go ahead and put it in.
You're using salmon fish?
Yes, this is salmon from Atlantic. Just let it sit. Let it sit. Okay. And then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna season the fish a little bit. Okay. We're gonna season with some salt.
What are you going to use to season?
Some salt and pepper. And just dash of salt, just like that. Pinch of pepper. Alright, that's it. And then let it cook. Now fishes, when you're cooking fishes, you can only cook it very finely and delicately, okay? Because you don't want to break the meat. And so in order to do that, you just flip it twice. Okay, you cook the bottom part and let it cook all the way up. And once you see the meat turning white, that's when you know it's done. And then you flip it on the other side and then you cook it the bottom side down. That's it. That's so simple, you know. You don't have to flip and flip and flip, and that's how you destroy the fishes, right? Because fish, they're very fine and delicate. All right. Well, what we did is I have salmon steak right here. It's crispy salmon steak with squash potatoes with white crab meat and some spring onions, and I also added some of my secret vinaigrette in it, and then we have cherry tomatoes on the side.
Secret vinaigrette. Tell me more about that.
This secret vinaigrette is, instead of using olive oil, I actually use ghee. Ghee is actually an Indian liquefied butter, and so that's the secret. That's it. And we're gonna find out if it's good or not. And you're gonna be my special guest. You, my mom, and your fiance is gonna be my special guest today. And you guys gonna try it out and see if it's good.
All right. Well, let's try it out. We'll rate this food. I'll let you know.